Hi everyone, and thanks for checking out my channel. Looking at the natural gas that I didn't cover for quite a while, stopping basically to trade it as I wasn't comfortable continuing some short-term trading. I was waiting for a clean signal to actually enter short. I believe we're going too far into the summer season, approaching the shoulder season to actually start trading the trend, which was up, known arguably since quite a while now, very clear here on the 4 hours chart. I'm using the 4 hours because usually the 4 hours divergences are the ones working best, as natural gas is moving fast usually. You don't get divergences or sell signal on the daily usually, but the 4 hours is quite reliable, or has been reliable in the past. So as we can see here, since that drop I got a 150, it's been in a very clean bull trend, and yeah, quite recently, so you can extend that one a little bit. We've seen that we're losing momentum on that move with a clear divergence on the 4 hours that did actually trigger from that touch here, that really large green candle. We got to 236, so I believe we're gonna see some reversal very soon. The reversal of the 4 hours is very likely to be a good reversal, much lower, so not just a pullback of 10% or so, but something a little bit bigger. We can actually see the rising wedge that was drafting here. That is quite obvious. If we take that as a short-term target and to clean the divergence, we're looking at the bottom here, and assuming we get a break somewhere here, we are looking at that first level, that's the 220 as a first target, but the divergence is coming from very far away, and I believe we have a high chance to actually go back down and close that gap at 180, which would be a very nice long entry for winter season. Potentially, if it takes longer, let's say mid-September, which is very likely, we are more talking about 185 or somewhere there, so we need to adjust, of course, the target as we go. We're having significant support at 190 as well. That could actually work here. So we will see where we go with this. Looking just at what happened recently, so that was the quote report period. If we look at this, there's not really any sign major there. What we can see is the management is not actually continuing to load up on the long side, which is a bit of a warning. We're having addition short position adding here, and probably more concerning, we're having the retail traders that are actually piling in long positions. So these will very likely get squeezed out as the price will start reversing, and we've seen that on a couple of sell-off we had here. It went very quickly, but still supporting with some buyback. I mean, we're still gonna get some seasonal bullish factors with tropical storms that we're having one or two actually heading to the production area in the coming days that will potentially bring some spike. Of course, we're gonna get the rollover at, I think it's 257 somewhere there. That will invalidate a little bit that rising wedge. It'll be interesting to see what will happen here, depending on the storm pattern, and if it does actually not strengthen as we go in the coming days. We are very likely to see some solid rejection at that level, retrace and close the gap at least. So closing the gap is almost certain, so we're going to get the 4% almost guaranteed for the short position here, but then we'll see what will be the reaction if we can actually push higher. We're gonna get this as a guide line. As soon as we'll get that trend line broken, we can see that it's been working very well. That will be a really big signal that the uptrend is over, and that we are going to break lower. Gonna be looking definitely at these levels. Opening short position 257 sounds about right. Of course, it can push a bit higher, but I think above 260 looks quite unlikely in terms of looking at the momentum and also the time we are in the year. That is going to be some pressure. Yeah, definitely on natural gas. Also keeping in mind the oil rigs count starting to increase again last week, so the number of gas rig didn't actually increase, but it doesn't really matter as a byproduct. We will get additional production, and yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on this, because if that production is ramping up and at the same time we're entering shorter season, and if, let's say, the cold is actually delayed as we've seen the past few years, there might actually be a combination that could push natural gas lower and definitely put a sailing to the move, at least short term. So yeah, that will be the plan. Hopefully that one will work out, and yeah, I will check this midweek and over the next weekend to see how we go. Until then, I wish you safe trading. Speak to you soon. Cheers, bye.